Aleppo is one of the oldest cities in the world. It's also one of the most culturally significant. Its heritage runs deep. Much has been inherited from a series of empires spanning millennia. But a decade of civil war and an oppressive regime has also left much in ruins.
Mohammed Khalilo is a civil and human rights activist working with the UN. He's from Aleppo, has a comprehensive knowledge of its history, and is a member of the city's Edyat Archaeological Society.
When we talk about Aleppo, we talk about history. It is impossible not to mention Aleppo in history. Aleppo is an old, established city. If we want to talk about Aleppo, we talk about the castle.
One of Syria's 6 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, the Citadel of Aleppo is one of the oldest and largest castles in the world, dating back to around 3500 BC. It's seen the rise and fall of 17 empires, but sustained some of its heaviest damage during the war in Syria and in the 2023 Turkey-Syria earthquake. It's far from the only site in Aleppo under restoration. Just a few hundred meters away is Aleppo's Umayyad Mosque. It was built just a decade after the famous Umayyad Mosque in Damascus, in an attempt to compete with its grandeur. The mosque became the focus of a number of battles over the centuries, being destroyed and rebuilt several times. During the war in Syria, it suffered the same fate, and its famous minarets built by the Mamluks in the 11th century collapsed.
When the regime was present here, they used to say that this mosque was destroyed by the revolutionaries, or that they bombed the mosque. In fact, it was a place of conflict, and they used to carry out the worst types of violence, even against Syrians.
The Old Bazaar, or El Medina Souk, dates back over 1,000 years. It extends over 13 kilometers, making it the largest covered bazaar in the world. As a central point along the Silk Road, it used to be home to over 1,000 stalls. Long after, it continued to serve as the beating heart of a great trading city.
When the revolutionaries entered the eastern areas, the areas of Aleppo, which are mostly the old areas of Aleppo, as we call them, there was a systematic destruction of these markets. This affected the economy in many ways. It affected the Syrian economy in general, and it affected the city of Aleppo, because all the industrialists lost their places, the commercial places which are the city and the covered markets.
Slowly, the economic capital of Syria is starting to restore itself, as people from around the country come to visit.
Although we have many memories here, it's hard to remember them all. In our minds, the souk was busy and lively. The presence of passionate people improved the souk.
Despite its current state, Aleppo continues to be a haven for a wide range of ethnicities and beliefs, and its heritage extends well beyond its most famous sites, just as its displaced residents begin to return to restore their beloved city. Archaeologists continue to unearth new elements of its rich history. Yunus Demiroglu, TRT World, Aleppo, Syria.